Papoose. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Like you're real, not for me.
So like anything I say, people gonna say I'm talking about her. They say.
Greetings from Iconic Insights. Remy has been fully informed about Claressa's situation and is now prepared to face whatever comes next. No longer content with staying on the sidelines, she's ready to take action. The seemingly perfect love story between Remy Ma and Papoose has been falling apart for months, a reality that anyone following the situation is well aware of. What once seemed like an ideal relationship is now headed in a much darker direction. Claressa Shields is not backing down, and her connection with Papoose is quickly becoming unstable. It's nearly a total disaster. The rumors of Remy's infidelity only added to the tension, and Papoose made it clear that he was done with the drama. Just as he seemed ready to move on, who stepped in to speak up? Remy Ma. She started throwing insults, visibly upset by Papoose's new circumstances. While she's been trying to appear strong, it's clear that she's deeply frustrated. Remy has been making subtle digs and publicly criticizing Papoose, showing her strong disapproval of his new relationships. The situation escalated quickly once Claressa Shields caught wind of Remy's questionable comments, making it clear she wouldn't tolerate Remy's outbursts. Claressa responded with, "Watch your mouth before you catch these hands," which certainly got people talking. While Remy continues to harbor resentment, Claressa is standing firm, ensuring everyone knows she's not someone to be messed with. This is where things take an intriguing turn. Supporters have already picked sides. Some blame Remy for stirring up the drama, while others think Papoose is letting go too easily. It's clear that Claressa isn't intimidated by Remy and has no intention of backing down. With the fairy tale now over, despite the public's belief that Papoose and Remy Ma were the perfect couple, the revelation of Remy's infidelity has led people to view her in a more skeptical light. It's also important to remember how Papoose supported Remy throughout her 6 years in prison, staying loyal, caring for their family, and even marrying her while she was still incarcerated. While many people wouldn't have lasted even 6 months, Papoose devoted 6 whole years to Remy. But what did he get in return? The first major red flag came when Remy didn't even take a moment to wish Papoose a happy Father's Day. It would have taken just a second to honor the man who had supported her, cared for their daughter, and stood by her side. At that moment, it was clear something was wrong. Even though Papoose didn't speak out, his actions spoke volumes. Instead of waiting for Remy to say anything, he subtly announced the end of their seemingly perfect marriage by posting a family photo on Instagram, without Remy in it. With the facts now out in the open, it's clear that Remy wasn't as faithful as she had claimed. The internet is now turning on her, suggesting that she grew too comfortable, assuming Papoose would always be there. She's now playing the victim. But many are saying Papoose deserves better because Remy messed up a good thing and is now regretting the loss of her safety net. The backlash against her is growing, and the drama is just beginning, which is wild. Instead of keeping things private, Remy is now resorting to petty tactics by sharing private texts between Claressa Shields and Papoose. In one of the leaked conversations, Claressa told Papoose, "You're the one who's married. What are we doing? If you can't even tell me you love me or have a phone conversation with me as we sleep," this totally backfired. Although Remy likely intended to use these texts to expose Papoose's infidelity, it only made her appear bitter and shady. She's now trying to twist the narrative, making it seem like Papoose was deceiving Claressa while they were still together. Remy even claimed she found these messages after Papoose fell asleep at her house while talking to Claressa on the phone. Here's where things get even more intense. Claressa was furious when she saw what Remy was trying to do and called her out. Rather than ignoring any questionable actions involving Papoose, Claressa flipped the situation and accused Remy of being unfaithful instead. She made it clear this had happened multiple times. Throughout the whole situation, Claressa warned them not to play the victim. This is exactly the kind of behavior people expected from Remy. Rather than owning up to her own mistakes, she's attempting to blame Papoose when in reality, he was likely just tired of being mistreated. After Remy released those texts, Papoose decided to speak out, admitting that Remy couldn't handle his long-standing request for a divorce. Although Papoose has always kept his issues private and refrained from airing dirty laundry online, he felt he had no choice but to speak up after this. Now that Remy has stirred the pot, the entire world is watching to see what happens next. Believing she was exposing Papoose, she may have felt she had no choice but to act, but in doing so, she only made herself appear desperate and reckless. With Claressa standing strong and independent, it seems Remy has picked a battle she can't win. Papoose has also made it clear that she was the one to make the first mistake. After a period of silence between him and Remy, Papoose is finally laying everything out, and it's evident he's had enough. Despite his recent declaration that he's done with her for good, Remy is refusing to sign the divorce papers. If Remy truly believes Papoose moved on too quickly, why won't she just let him go and end things? This has the internet questioning what's really going on with her. Papoose posted a somber message on Instagram writing, "Remy Ma is a narcissist who has cheated on me multiple times. I've moved on, and now she's playing the victim. She refuses to act like an adult in this situation, even though I've asked for a divorce several times. I've had enough, but I didn't want to go public for the sake of my baby." Until then, Remy had been acting as though Papoose had abandoned her for no reason, but his statement completely contradicted her version of events. Now, Papoose is saying, "No, you're the one holding this up, and I've been trying to make this official." Last year, people started to question Remy's loyalty to Papoose after reports surfaced about her being too close to battle rapper Eazy, the Block Captain, who had also been acting suspiciously for a while. As more people began to dig into the situation, the signs became clearer, and it all started to make more sense. At first, Remy tried to downplay it, acting like it was no big deal. Papoose might have already been aware of her behavior. If he was indeed trying to get a divorce, he has remained calm and respectful throughout the whole ordeal. Unlike Remy, he has never used social media to seek attention, which ultimately earned him the support of many people. Even when rumors about Remy began to circulate, Papoose stayed quiet. But now he's reached a point where he's done defending her and is ready to move on with his life. And that's exactly why Remy is starting to panic. She's finally realizing that Papoose is truly gone. The question of whether their relationship is over has become a hot topic online, as it seems Papoose has stopped waiting and is done with the situation. Once he makes up his mind, there's no turning back. It appears Remy will continue to fuel the drama until Eazy, the Block Captain, eventually speaks up. The whole situation became even more chaotic. After months of rumors that Remy Ma and Eazy were up to something, it seems that he was aware of it all along. The post was already suspicious, according to Eazy, who was surreptitiously listening in on Remy's discussions. He then revealed the shocking information, saying that Remy had discovered everything since. Papo had been spying on him for a while. In fact, he said that Remy's automobile was bugged by Papo. This isn't just an ugly breakup, this is next-level drama, and it's driving the internet nuts. Additionally, according to Eazy, Papoose began acting suspiciously, but never openly challenged him. Now that he had evidence, he saw that Papoose had been observing everything from the sidelines, waiting to catch Remy in the act. Initially, he believed it to be merely industry politics because he thought she was acting odd. Papoose allegedly recorded her discussions in his car. That's a whole other level. As the situation turns into a full-blown scandal, many are starting to wonder just how long this has been brewing. It's possible that Papoose has been playing both sides for longer than anyone realized. If he had been recording Remy's conversations, it would make sense that he had his suspicions for a while. Papoose was wise to protect himself in this situation. According to some of his supporters, he's now received the validation he needed and is moving on with his life. Given everything that's happened, it seems that Remy Ma is the only one still caught up in the drama. Papoose even made a point to let everyone know that he took care of Remy's boyfriends when they crossed paths. Remy had tried to make it seem like Papoose was the one who got beaten up, but Papoose set the record straight, saying, "The last time I saw this guy, he was in the fetal position. Everyone saw me knock him out. Remy picked him up and went home with him for 4 days, while I went home with my daughter. As you can see, she couldn't wait to lie about it again. Hashtag narcissist." He continued, "I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. I knocked him out because he shook my hand and then went to sleep with my wife. Hashtag ex-wife, hashtag narcissist." In response, Remy tried to debunk his claims by posting a picture of her with their child, with Papoose appearing in the corner of the photo. She claimed Papoose was simply trying to twist the story and paint her as the villain. If her version is true, it would suggest that Papoose really did betray her behind closed doors. Just because someone is loyal in some ways doesn't mean they aren't toxic in others. Remy has gone as far as accusing Papoose of physically assaulting her. She claimed that while they were renovating their pool, the workers had to call the police because they caught Papoose putting his hands on her. Remy said, "Play with the police, Papoose. So you forgot the pool never got finished because you were attacking me in the garage and the workers had to call the cops to get you off me? I'm not stupid. Next is the audio and video. Keep playing." Remy also accused him of trying to get her sent back to prison by calling the cops on her. However, Papoose denied these accusations, calling her a narcissist and a bad mother. He responded, "Sad to say, Remy is a narcissist. Now that I've moved on, she's playing the victim. I've asked for a divorce multiple times. She'd rather chase clout on social media than handle this like adults. I didn't want to engage in all this social media drama for the sake of our 6-year-old daughter. She has to go to school. As you can see, I've stayed quiet throughout all of this." He added, "I would never get anyone arrested. Once again, you're lying. That can be easily verified. You're the one who plays. With the police. Lying about events that everyone saw unfold is pathetic. Falsifying text messages from over a decade ago to create a false narrative and justify your cheating is narcissistic behavior." Throughout this entire situation, people have been suggesting that Papoose definitely cheated on Remy while they were together. Remy even took screenshots of messages between Papoose and Claressa, throwing shade at Claressa and saying she wasn't special because Papoose had a whole collection of women he was talking to. She wrote, "Pap, you effing dummy. Hey, Miss Shields, he took your advice, but not before I screenshotted your conversation. He was trying to get me arrested. I'm the woman who never gave up on him in 17 years, while he was plotting with one of his girls to destroy me. The same woman who could have used my platform to expose you. I've got all your pictures and messages from the other women while I was away, and he was holding me down. But here's the thing. If Papoose had really been sneaking around while Remy was in jail, we would have probably heard about it long before she was released. She wouldn't be the one trying to expose him now, considering how the industry works. While Remy has been spiraling out of control, Papoose has been focused on moving forward with his life and avoiding drama. It's clear he's been doing his best to avoid the back and forth, only speaking up after Remy tried to make him look like the villain. As for Claressa, she's been proudly showing off her relationship with Papoose. She doesn't miss a chance to rub it in Remy's face, and it's easy to imagine Remy being upset about losing him. Claressa has even thrown shade at Remy, releasing a diss track aimed at her. Ever since it became known that Papoose and Claressa are planning to get married, Remy has been spiraling even more. As if that weren't enough, rumors are circulating that Remy's boyfriend, Easy the Block Captain, is no longer interested in her and has already started seeing other women. At this point, it seems like nobody even cares that Remy is causing all this drama. It's starting to feel old, and she really needs to find something else to do if she wants attention. Meanwhile, here's what people have been saying about everything. Remy is the one who stepped out multiple times. Papoose is clearly happy with Claressa, and he should just stay with her. Personally, I like them together. Claressa and Papoose. Remy girl, shame on you. You lost this one. Remy, it's over. Leave that man alone. You cheated, he didn't. Now stop interfering with his life. He deserves happiness. Focus on giving attention where it's needed. With your son. Be a mother. So, do you guys think Remy is just begging and needs to let Papoose go? Or should Papoose be the one to keep the peace? Considering they have a child together? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think. And make sure you don't miss the next video. Y'all, you know what really gets under my skin? What absolutely grinds my gears? It's when y'all think I care,